I'm going to click here. It's already ready. Dang, super fast. It's never been that fast. And 3, 2, 1. Totally got it fixed. Or not fixed. Totally got it rolling. I'm so used to being broken or me messing something up that I say fixed. That's right. So for the most part, I got pretty much getting it rolling, going down after all these times. What's going on, everybody? I just felt like doing a podcast because Wednesday I'll be leaving to Albuquerque to ride my bike until Saturday with my buddy Native, and we're gonna film a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna make an edit for the Merkin crew for my little boys we made up 2 years ago. We've done nothing of the sort in like a year. Last time we filmed was when Matt got hurt because he's old as shit. He's fucking fat. He doesn't do shit but drink beer and ride bikes every once in a while. And the only exercises he gets is riding bikes. So it's like performance. It's like being a football player and going, hey, I'm just showing up to the games, bro. Yeah, just eat shit and show up to the games. Anyway, he was actually just messing with me, and I pushed him over his bike, and he snapped his ankle or something. He just came off of back surgery, ankle surgery. So we haven't filmed since then. It's been like a year. So I'm really excited. And it's Albuquerque. I've never been there. All I know about Albuquerque is badass street riding, really good food, a sweet park. All the other BMX riders there are assholes unless you're ripping. And pretty much it's really a good place to find someone to stab you. And drugs. So like hard drugs, so like those kind that just ruin your life, the kind that like have you die in an alley after you just gave some dude head for a little bit of dope, like one of those kind of drugs. Those are bad. You don't want no part of that shit in your life. So, yeah. Anyway, other than that, I'm just going to hop on here. I think last week, I can't do, so that way I'll do at least a solo cast this week because I won't have a guest this week because usually they do them Thursday or the end of the week. And I just won't be here. So I'm going to do this one, and then y'all won't see me till next week. And I'm really doing my best. I'm going to try to get a hold of Tedrick Macklin. He just came off of a fight, a loss. He's a local champ. So whoever he fought was probably a bad little dude. And but he'll be back. I swear to God, he'll be back. He'll probably be way, way more vicious to the next guy he fights. So he's like 5-1 now. And I believe that was a title fight. And I believe that's for a pro card. So he's no joke, man. He's walking around Midland. He'll stomp your fucking head in. He doesn't even look like it. Anyway, so next week I'll try to have somebody. Next week I will have somebody on. I just hope it's him. He's a busy dude. But other than that, you got me right now. And last week we talked about Bud and Sissy and the Urban Cowboy and how fucking hilarious that was. And then I was just thinking about this earlier. Like, when you get older, I got these little spots. If you're check my Instagram, I have little spots on my face, like blood just started seeping out my face. There's no cut. It found a couple pores and just seeps out right here all of a sudden. Like it just happened in the past hour or two. So that's cool. And then like you get a little older and your dad, I remember my dad was like, hey man, you're going to have hair growing on your back and all kinds of weird places. And dude, he was not kidding. Like I get this hair on my top of my nose. I shave that shit. I'm that dude. I'm not going to be the dude. I think we've probably talked about this before. I'm not going to be the hairy dude. Fuck that. Sorry, but I'm not going to be the hairy dude. I just can't. I would get lasered. I keep my little chest hair thing because it's just, I don't know, I feel weird without that. But other than the rest of it, keep my eyebrows, keep my little bit of, stubble up here I got, and my little chest hair, and really, I'd go hairless everywhere else. Even my armpits, screw it. I wonder how that would feel, though, to be hairless in your armpits. I bet it'd be a lot sweatier, and I'm a sweaty dude. I'm a super sweaty dude. So that's probably bad. I should keep the armpit hair just for a little bit of absorption. Probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. And I got this little hair that, like, it doesn't grow in my ear. It doesn't grow outside my ear. It grows right. I don't know how to explain it, but like the edge right here. Little one hair. No other hair. No other hairs. One dark black hair. So every morning I get up, I do my little, I trim up, make sure I don't get a fool. And then I go over my little checklist of random hairs that grow shit like crazy all over your body as you get older. It's weird. And then like, not like a bunch of hair, but you'll get like a random shoulder hair here. And then all of a sudden here. And I don't know what other guys got, but I got these little like, my back's not really hairy except for like where an angel's wings would be. Cause maybe Maybe it's a sign, but and they're not even hairy, but that's where the hair grows in. And then, of course, a little lower spine on your back. And I'm all over that. That just, whatever I do, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not going to walk around the river. No offense if you do. That's cool, man. I'm just saying personally with me, I'm not trying to look like a wet, like Yeti person with this matted, looks like brown peat moss just hanging off your body, peeking through your nipples and shit. I'm not doing that. Like, especially the guys that have like the shoulder hair that's so thick they can like their shirt never really touches them. I mean, I bet though, like when you get to that point of hairiness, you're just like, man, fuck this. I'm not shaving nothing. This would just take too much time because my little bit of shaving, it's not a bunch. It's a time-consuming deal every day, or every other day at least. Probably every day almost now. Just make sure I stay on top of it. And I couldn't imagine just being. And then you got to be like able to reach everywhere. That ain't happening, dude. Shout out to wives that shave their man's back. That's all I gotta say. My wife does it. I mean, I could get it done, but she makes it way easier. That's a shitty job, dude. Like your wife never comes and asks you, "Hey, babe, will you come here and shave my back and my legs and all the hair that I have to shave everywhere or wherever girls shave?" That's kind of and then like dudes' backs are gross. They're gross. Probably a zit every once in a while, which most girls get excited about. You can say you don't want to, but I know most girls are like, "Ooh, zit." My mom used to blow that shit up nonstop. She'd just be like sit us down in the evening, and she brought this bobby pin out, and she'd be like, "All right, come here," and be like it was we're like I've always said, we're monkeys, so I guess it's the same thing. I guess it's something we've inherited throughout the millions of years of being monkeys, that we like to pick at each other and, discard it, I guess. Because my mom would have that bobby pin, dude. She'd be popping blackheads in our ears and our nose, and she'd say one here, and I'm like, dude, and no remorse for pain, relentless, just like pressure. Like, it's a bobby pin, dude. And she's just like, "It's gotta come out." I'm like, "It's fucking hurting, Mom." She's like, "It's gotta come out. That's gross. I'm not gonna let you walk around school with black shit all in your ears. Fuck, all right, well, give me like 3 seconds between them." Seriously. It's tough. My wife does the same shit. Not the bobby pin, but I'll get like a random zit here and there. I'm like, "Well, get that shit off. I ain't trying to walk around with no big old zit on me. Not my face. I get them. They're mine. But the ones I can't reach." Dude, I'm like, "Hey, you don't need to use your fingernails every time and like do the and like try to take a chunk of me out of you." Because I've done it for years. She's like, "It don't work the way you do it." I'm like, "Well, how the fuck have I popped my own zits without using my fingernails?" For the most part, some of them are stubborn, you have to, for years. Explain to me how you tell me my way don't work and it has worked. I'm 33. I've been popping since probably like, I would say 15 solid years. I would say 15 solid years, maybe even more. Maybe 2 more. My shit don't work. No, you just like to see me fucking burn. It's just, it hurts. But then and then sometimes if you do the whole like real close to the zit and then with the fingernail thing, dude, you're not missing there's like stuff around it. You gotta like gather that up, and you get down deep. Like if this was it, I wouldn't pinch right on the top. I would get around and then like usually it'll get all, it comes out. I mean, it comes out with her too, but Jesus Christ, I feel like a fucking POW. It's crazy shit. She's over here just, I mean, I have no secrets to tell her. She's just pinching the shit out of me, but she gets it done, and I appreciate it. After all that bitch and stuff I do. But, I don't know how I got on that subject. I guess ear hair went to popping zits, went to your wife popping your back zits because you can't reach. And I get these fucked up shoulders, so I don't even, like my left side's, I can reach all right, but like my right side, it's all jacked up. And like I don't know if you, sometimes you ever watch here, if I'm ever itching, I like have to push. You know what I'm saying? Like to get around certain places. Oh, okay, yeah, just push my arm. I don't know, they're all jacked up. My right one's fucked up. It's just bad. I don't know if they're what I can get it. It's gotten way more flexible over the years, but it's pretty jacked up. How do I go from hair on my face, randomly getting older, and then popping zits to my shoulder being jacked up? Dude, I love podcasts. Everybody should have one. I wish like they had like a kit everybody could just send to their house for like $100, and it would just be like boom. For the most part, like Zach Brown I saw he had a little podcast thing going with his phone, and shit, Zach, if you're listening, dude, it was pretty good, man. But the sound on the phones are a little, because you had like 4 guys and the phone's away from them. But you can go to like Best Buy and you can buy it's called a pistol mic. It's just like a little bitty mic. You see like the guy's pin right here, and it has a long cable. You can literally just put that in your phone, like plug it right in, and then drag that mic close and just pin it on something, like have it like a Stimpy, and just pin it to his ear and have it close to you guys. Dude, it'll change the sound because it really looked good. I mean, I don't know nothing about high school football and shit, but I was just curious to see how you had it rocking. I liked it, dude. But with the phone, especially, I'm over here with all this shit. I got built a computer and cameras and these thingies here, which just made me feel cool. But they're like handy. But the way he did it was legit. But see, with that, he's hindered to only be able to do it to certain, only to Facebook. With this, I'm shooting to like 4 or 5 different areas. Like I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, I do believe. Anyway, I like that shit. I think everybody should have one because people are just funny as shit. Like, we wouldn't even watch TV if we had like local people with their own podcasts just talking shit, the shit they want to talk. The problem is most people are nervous, super nervous to say what they want. And I'm just kind of like, I'm getting to the point, man. Think about it. It's 2018. Dudes are cutting their wieners off, becoming girls. That's cool with me. I used to not be cool with it, but I thought of it through. It's no big fucking deal. And you can even use the girl's bathroom. I don't care. If you chopped your wiener off, for sure, like whatever, dude. But, I mean, crazy shit's happening. So what's the point of holding your tongue? I just say what you feel, and then the people that like you or like-minded like you the fucking word am I looking for? Trying to sound all smart. Anyway, they'll come to you. Like minds, let's get together. So who cares what the other people say? Most people are gonna talk shit any damn way. I mean, think about it. You get on Facebook and not so much Instagram. I get on Instagram. I get on Facebook here and there, but it's so bad. Everybody's just mad or complaining or somebody. I mean, it's all the same shit every day, and there's nobody saying anything happy or funny. A few jokes. There's a few jokes, and then there's a few guys like my buddy Enrique. He has some jokes, but people can't see that they're jokes because they're so vile and fucking true mostly, and they're hilarious. But he gets kicked off Facebook on the regular. I think he's prided himself on that for the most part. Oh shit! Let's see. Let's scroll down. What's going on, Jay Smith? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not going to be on here super long because I'm going to grab my bike tonight around 8:30. Isn't it funny? I'm 33 years old, and I still ride a BMX bike. When I was like 15, here's how it all started. Got a skateboard. I'm a bigger dude than the average skateboarder kid, and also like back then I wasn't as smooth on anything. So I would do like kick flips and stuff and land right in the middle of the boards and snap them. And I was like, fuck, man, this is shitty. And I was getting toy machines, Destructo trucks. I was getting like Spitfire wheels. I was getting all nice shit. So I was just snapping nice shit. Went home one day, watched Blue Torch TV and saw the Dew Tour was on. Dave Mears ripping and all these BMXers. I'm like, dude, I can ride a bike, and bikes are made of metal. And they got handlebars. Shit, I'm riding bikes. So I borrowed my buddy Brian Cruz's bike. Shout out Brian Cruz. It was a chrome Diamondback, dude. And I just started riding around by myself, trying to figure it out. There's no one around here to ride back then. This is like 98. And then, fuck, that's crazy. I said 98. And then a few guys started coming on. One of my best friends, Matt Martin, he's around me tonight. The guy that's all fucked up and fat and needs to do a little bit of exercise, and the injuries will stay at bay a little bit, a little bit easier than they do now. But anyway. And he started getting to it, and he was way better than me right off the bat. But I remember telling my dad, let me get a bike, Dad, let me get a bike. And, I wanted the badass bike, you know what I'm saying? But, yes, sir, Jeff, I will be at Beale tonight. I'm going to go up there like 8:39. I'll be there. Go, and let's rip it. I think your brother's going, and then a few other guys are going. Anyway, I tell my dad, get this bike, let me get this bike. And he's like, all right. Why do you want a bike? And I'm like, because I want to ride these tricks and BMX and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, dude, you're 15. You're about to be 16. You're in high school. In like 6 months, you're going to have a car. Why? You're going to forget about that bike. I'm like, nah, Dad. And I'm thinking like $300 bike, because back then at Payton's, $300 was like a pretty dope bike. Shit. We go to Toys R Us or Walmart, one of the two, and we get a, hell yeah, Jeff. Jeff Martin, he's on here, and he's talking about my buddy Matt. He's saying the same shit. I can't say it either way. So I'm telling my dad, come on, let me get this bike. And he takes me to like Walmart, Toys R Us. I'm like, man, fuck. Anyway, I'm happy I get in the bike. I get a Mongoose Hoopty. I think it was $120 or something like that, $150. It wasn't expensive. But it was a BMX bike, had 4 pegs, and they were gripped. They're like pegs nowadays, either they're plastic and they're smooth, or they're metal and smooth. They can slide on rough surfaces. Well, these were like knurled, like a bar on a bench press. So they just grip. And it was a Mongoose Hoopty. Well, anyway, my dad said that when I was 15 years old, he said, "You're not going to stick with this stupid shit. You're about to turn 16." And my dad has been right about everything but that. Because I remember I got to tell him, "Hey, Dad, you were pretty much right about everything that you ever told me advice-wise, except for one thing, that fucking bike." And he's still like, dude. Now he's kind of like, "You got to give it up, bro. You don't need to be getting yourself all jacked up." And I just don't know, man. I couldn't. It's like, this is my shit. I hope people get I wonder what this knob does. I don't think people get to do, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know. I don't think, I look silly right now. Oh, I just fucked everything up. Anyway, I don't think people get their thing that, oh, what I do. Well, fucking, look at me. I'm an idiot. So stupid. Remember, there we go. I'm leaving it alone. It looked good. Just it's been like that for like 25 episodes. So I totally lost train of thought because this fucking thing. Anyway, I forgot, but now I do think about this. I had a drink just because podcasts at least have one drink. And before I made the drink, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna make the drink just because it's always like what I do. It's just kind of like a tradition. So I poured one drink, like half Crown Apple and half Sprite, and I'm like, I ain't gonna feel it. It's not gonna, because I don't drink and ride. That ain't happening for me. But yeah, so I need to be easy on this because I took like 3 sips, and I'm a lightweight. I don't really drink, and I definitely feel it. But I got these waters too, and I need to eat some food before I go, so that'll help. And it might just, if I can edge it off enough, it might just hang in there to like take that edge off, and I'm like just super ballsy for no reason. As long as I keep my depth perception and all my coordination, all my hand-eye coordination, at normal speed, I'm happy with it. Take the edge off the balls, keep everything else, in order. That's safe. Now you start losing like a little bit of motor skills. That's when bike riding can get deadly, especially when you're 33 and you weigh 230 pounds. That's 2 bad knees. They're not that bad. I shouldn't talk that much shit. They're probably better than most people's bad knees. There's some real bad knees out there. And I always wonder how long I could keep up riding, because I'm going to try to ride as long as I can. There's guys in the professionals that are 51 still riding at high levels. I guess I just want to, if you keep yourself in shape, like I was telling my buddy Matt, the older you get, man, like we're not old. I'm not old. We're real young, 33. But when you're 20, you're like, fuck, you're old, at 33. But this is when I started feeling like injuries start happening. And when they do happen, they're like, take a lot longer to heal up. And when they do, they just never feel right again. And then your testosterone starts dropping. I've talked about that on here many a times, especially I have like this little, naturally at 30, your testosterone drops as a male, as a female too. I don't know what age it drops on a female. I don't even want to get into that. I have no idea. But so you're off. That's gonna hinder a lot of things. So with that dropping, just age in general, and then lack of use, people don't understand. Like you see a lot of guys sit around in chairs and like, I ain't trying to get myself all fucked up, man. You're crazy out there doing all that running and lifting them damn high weights and jumping around on that bicycle with your queer friends. And I'm like, well, you look like you're 100 pounds overweight, either pre-diabetic or diabetic, and you probably haven't even tried to move off that chair in years, because if you don't use it, you fucking lose it, and that is the truth. And the guys like my buddy Matthew, he's his head's like, shit, I got this, bro. But his body's like, you ain't done shit, bro. Just get older and eating more and started drinking whiskey on the regular, And there's nothing wrong with any of that shit. But I think if Matt hates the gym. So here's the thing. Most people fucking hate the gym. Matt hates the fucking gym. So I don't blame him. I happen to like it. I'm blessed with that. I like the gym, so that's good. But he hates it. So, and my buddy Wolf hates it. There's a lot of guys that hate it. But what I tell him is, at 30 years old, with the bike riding he's going to do 3 times a week, you can get it with a kettlebell or just some body weight workout. If you don't even do weights, you can get a small implement like some dumbbells or like a kettlebell. I love kettlebells, or a mace. A mace is it's like a sledgehammer, but at the end where the hammerhead is, it's just like a bowling ball, but it'll be 10 pounds. So it can go from 5, 10, 15. I think the heaviest one I've ever seen was like 40 pounds. And dude, I lift a lot of weights, and that 35-pound that mace I have, I can't do all the exercises with. It's too heavy. But it allows you to do a lot of things with that extended handle and the ball at the end, with the weight being so far away from you. It adds a different dynamic to your workout, to your muscles, that you really don't get with the normal compound movements. But things like that can happen fast. But those workouts can be fast, and they're kind of fun because you're moving real quick, and there's not much like sitting down, hold on, or let me squat it out, or, it's like that boring, like monotonous type gym work, and you have to fight through the crowds and shit. Like, you can do this at your house, and you can do it. I did a workout before this, and man, I feel great right now, actually. And there's a timer on the shop over there that has for the lights, so it's like 30 minutes. So as soon as I got in there, I turned it on. So literally, probably not even, 30 minutes, pretty much counting a quick warm up. And I didn't go heavy. I didn't get a chance to warm up real heavy, real hard. I don't go heavy. I did some squats, and then I did some kettlebell clean and presses. And then I did a complex at the end. I didn't even touch my mace today. 35-pound dumbbells, shoulder press, straight over to a dip bar, straight over to some 80-pound shrugs. But I did it all in 30 minutes. I was sweating my ass off, got a good workout, but I didn't have time. But I like to do longer workouts than that, preferably. But I'm saying a normal person that doesn't like it, like my buddy Matt or Wolf, those dudes could go in there. And I tell people, fuck 30 minutes if you don't got 30 minutes, but 12 minutes. Yeah, yes, sir, it does. Weapons training helps build reflex time. That counts. And I think everybody, when you're 30, man, you got to find something. You got to add. You got to do a little weight training or some good weight workouts 3 times a week with a little bit of like some light running, maybe, or just find something. I don't know, man. It's hard to tell people like a general idea, but you need to find something you can do to move around and get that heart rate up and to stress the muscle, to build muscle, and to be ready for whatever you have in life throws at it. Instead of just, I'm telling you, when you sit down and you avoid contact and you avoid stress and you avoid workouts and sweat, your body is deteriorating. And when you go to think about like Daniel Cormier before the fight in the UFC, he said he's 39 years old. He sneezed or coughed and he threw his back out. That's a real thing. He's like a world athlete. He's a champ. So, he's an athlete. But like, guys step out of their trucks and tear their ACL or they blow something meniscus just stepping out of their trucks because literal lack of not being flexible. That's a big deal. Check this out. I don't know if I can see this on camera, but this is something I'm proud of because my knees are all jacked up. How many? I'm total. Check this out. This feels good. This feels normal. It's like I'm sitting like we're supposed to sit. This is this is how we're supposed to sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you see those guys in the jungle sitting around a fire or toiling away and building something to sit like this? This is comfortable, but this took a long time for me to get here. I had to like hold onto a pole and work my way down. I'd have to like move. These knees weren't doing it. My legs weren't wanting to do it. My hips weren't wanting to do it. But I made this a thing, and now I can sit here like this literally forever, and I can keep my back straight. And my heels are down, and there's no stress on my knees. There's no stress on my body. It feels really good. But it took me a long time to get to this flexibility. This helps me not be injured. If I can just do this. My buddy Matt, I wonder if he can do this. He might. He's pretty impressive on some things, though. It's crazy. He's slow as shit. But he can jump. He looks like he should run better, but he's slow. Like, I don't know if anybody knows Reed, and Reed smoked Matt in a fucking foot race outside the Hilton one time. So, and Matt looks like some sort of an athlete, and Reed's a computer guy, and he looks like a computer guy. But he smoked Matt. But Matt can jump high. It's a weird deal. Anyway, going back to what I'm saying, the older we get, we got to start taking care of ourselves. You need to eat better foods for the most part. You need to maybe not drink as much when you drink every day, or cut it down to the weekends. Just start taking care of ourselves a little better than we have been in our 20s. Because our 20s, dude, we just fucking, me. Yeah, I worked out and shit, but I ate like shit. I drank all the time. And drinking is terrible for you. I'm just hosing alcohol down me. And then coming into my 30s, I'm like, your body's like detoxing or something. I got into a bunch of trouble, got 3 DWIs, and I just don't need to be fucking drinking a lot. That's just, it's just a fact. So I just don't. And the older I got now, it's like, it hurts so bad, it's just not worth it. So you just cut that drinking down, cut the processed food. That's what I'm telling people to do. We gotta not eat processed foods a bunch, dude. That's the shit that's gonna kill you. That is the shit that is going to make you sick, make you need a doctor when you're 50 and 60. We shouldn't be in the doctor all the time when we're 50s and we're 60s. We should be living healthy. We shouldn't be in the doctor that much at all throughout our lives until like the end of it. I'm trying to live the life where, other than like me hurling myself down a set of stairs on my bike or doing something physical where I just blow my shit out, but by choice, like just health-wise, I want to be able to carry myself all the way through life and pretty much just die. That's my goal. That's my goal. I still eat good shit every Sunday, like shit. I tell everybody you should do the 80-20 rule. Start with that. 80% of what you put in your face in the day, be good food for you. The other 20, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, because it's better than what you've been doing. I guarantee you that. People don't realize like one donut has like, depending on the donut, you can have 300 to 400 calories in it, and these eat 2, 3, and then maybe you have like something else to grab real quick in the morning, like a burrito, and then a coffee or a Coke with it. Dude, you almost hit 1,000 calories at breakfast. It's not even 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And then, you got to eat again, grab a little snack, grab a little candy bar or a granola bar or something. It's full of nothing but carbohydrates and processed sugars. Another 300 calories, maybe 200 calories. Oh, shit. We're at 1,200 calories now. Damn, it's 10. Then we go to lunch. Depending on where you work and what you do, like some of these, my buddy Matt, he goes to lunch with these oil field foremen. They go eat good food, Mexican food restaurants. We're talking 1,000, 1,500 calories at that meal probably what they eat. And then the other people go to McDonald's and grab what they can because they're in a rush. Boom, you smoked another 1,000 calories. Man, we're already at 2,000 something, maybe 2,300 calories. Let's say 20, let's just round up. Let's just be more realistic. Probably 2,500 calories, and it's lunchtime. And then we got to get, then after lunch, you feel kind of like groggy, and then that sugar rush from the Coke and everything crashes. You just kind of feel like, so you grab some coffee or a energy drink, which is some more sugar and some more calories. And then so maybe we're around 2,800 calories. It's not even dinner time yet. Then you grab a quick snack or a bite of, like there's some, another granola bar. I don't know what people eat. Like, I don't eat a bunch of shit like that anymore. So it's like crackers, cookies, chips, those kinds of things. Before you hit dinner, you're probably at 2,500 to 3,000 calories. Most people, for the most part. And then you go eat dinner, and then game over. I bet a lot of people walk around eat in the 3,000 to 5,000 calorie intake range a day, and most of that calorie intake is processed sugars and processed carbohydrates. And then we're 30, and we're 40, and we're 50, and we don't do shit, and we're not moving, and then before you know it, we step out of our fucking shower, and we blow an ACL, fall down, dislocate our shoulder on the toilet on the way down, and then right when we hit the ground, we, boom, shit our pants. Or I guess we just shit on the ground because we're naked getting out of the shower. And it's all because you've been eating shit and not working out. Now there you are, blown ACL, dislocated shoulder, butt naked on the wet floor with poop all over, and it's diarrhea poop because you've been eating shitty. And then someone's got to find you like that and help you out. That ain't what I'm trying to do. Especially when you're like 30 or 40, man. I have a lot of guys I hear like, man, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm like, what'd you do? Oh, shit, I was getting out of the truck and, grabbed my groceries and threw me back out. I'm like, well, that sucks because you're like 32. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing. Like, thank God none of us have to be Vikings or fucking defend the village from like scary people, because Jesus Christ, not even half, probably 90%, 85% of men that walk this fucking free nation we stand on would fall apart. We get destroyed. Not because maybe they don't not lack of will or want to, but like they go just to sprint over there. Rah! I gotta fight you, and then they gotta fight. They're dead. They're dead before they even make the sprint. So I guess the smartest thing to do is like sit there, wait for them to sprint to us, but then they gotta fight. And we're like spraining ankles, stepping like a little hole and twist your ankle. I mean, they're not built. There's no flexibility. The ligaments are weak and deteriorated. We haven't done shit. We feel our body just process bullshit. So it's just running off of like 20% of its actual optimal ability. And that's all it's ever had to do for like the last 20 years. And you're feeding it just shit. And then everything's gunked up and moving slow. Those foreign invaders are just going to stab us in the face with spears, dude, because our Viking asses ain't really Vikings. We're just some fucking wannabe ass, talk a big game, but when it really came down to it, we'd be super surprised that we can't do shit against someone that's actually taking care of themselves. I mean, I shouldn't talk a bunch of shit, but I'm just saying the way I see men in general in this, I just say men mostly because that's all I can represent. But Jesus Christ, dude, if you think about it, as a man, what happens if somebody's like attacking your family and you can't even do a pull-up? Or you get winded in 15 seconds from like any burst of energy, and you're like winded for real. I mean, there's a lot of guys that can go minutes without getting winded, minutes, and go hard, and they're strong, they're fast, and they're scary, and they've been gang raping dudes like little soft pudge bitch boys that don't care to take care of themselves. I shouldn't say like in a bad way, like people get busy, but when you just sit there and you literally just do not care, like you don't take any accountability for what you're doing to your meat vehicle. This is your meat suit. This gets you through life. If you wash your car, you change your oil, you clean your house, you save your money, you make sure your bank account's right, your business is taken care of. My God, you should make sure your meat suit's taken care of, because none of that shit's going to work very well when this thing fails for you, or no matter how much money you've acquired, or how much anything you've acquired, knowledge, anything, fame, fortune. If this thing falls apart, man, it's hard to find spare ones. And it would suck. I would say it would be shit to be a multimillionaire, but you're diabetic and you can't leave your house very much because your lungs are jacked, your knees are fucked, your back's fucked, your organs are failing because you've been drinking your whole life. Like, what kind of life is that? Yeah, you got $80 billion and you're going to make it till 52. Or you're going to make it to 88, but from like 52 to 88 is hell. You're like, oh my God. Like my grandpa told me one time, them goddamn golden years just for the birds. He was a bad motherfucker up to 81. And then his lungs, he had it well with asbestos rods, man. That dude would cough up and it was terrible. But the last 4 or 5 years, his life was just surviving, trying to get some fucking air. And that's not even his fault. He took care of it. Well, I say he took care of himself. That's back then when they smoked packs of unfiltered cigarettes. He was burning asbestos rods all day. I mean, lack of knowledge of just health, they didn't know. So, I mean, for the most part, he worked and stayed active and ate pretty good, ate good, clean food. And then after their generation, we got the GMOs. Well, after kind of my parents' generations when the GMOs got kicked in, if you think about it, we've been eating steroids and genetically modified whatever else, bacterias and shit they put in there since we were kids, man. And no fault to our parents. Nobody knew. It was like cigarettes back in the 40s. No one knew. Just feed it. Just chicken strips in a bag and put them in there for a minute, and I could feed all these little heathens. This is awesome. Threw some ketchup down. Here's some fucking Kool-Aid or some soda. Go out there and play, you little bastards. Organs nothing's running on anything good for us. There's nothing real in our body at that moment. But it's Sunny Delight. It's not even orange. That's nothing. I don't think oranges are even in that. But think of what we've been eating our whole life. And that's why there's a lot of guys in the ages of 27 to like my age that are on low testosterone. They go to the doctor. Doctor's like, dude, your testosterone is low. Low. Like optimal testosterone is between 1,000 and like 1,500. Most guys run around at like 200 and 300. They don't even know it, man. Hey, my shit ain't low. My dick's still all big. Balls are still all badass. Yeah, I ain't testosterone. Oh, yeah, you can have all that. when I found out mine was low, I was like 7% body fat, 225 pounds, just jacked, like a fucking diesel. And everything got hard and everything worked, but it was low. And there was signs, injuries, some fatigue, having to drive through days, like shit like that. So guess what? I got on that shit through my doctor. He monitors me. We take very good care of myself. All of my blood tests, all of my vitals are in great working condition. And like Ronnie Tucker said, rest in peace. He said, yeah, I'm an old fat welder, and I'll probably die at 50 of a heart attack. And he died of actually pneumonia at 55. He said, but I'm going to live to like 45, and I'll be jogging down the road, and a carrot truck's going to take me out. So I guess pick your poison. Pick your poison. And I do want to finish this drink, but I'm afraid I'm going to be able to ride my bike later. And I gotta get moving. What time is it? 7:50. Yeah, I gotta get ready to get out of here. All the boys are going to be up there about 8:30. So that means I'll probably be there about 9. So, I mean, let's just be real. I got my son sick at home too, so I got to make sure he feels good, feels comforted, and all that good stuff. So, everybody, peace out. I'm going to go ride my bike, and I appreciate you if you listened. And if you tell me I'm a fuckhead, I still appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Life is short. We are finite. Take care of your meat suits. And we'll see you next week. Peace.